How to create a task to run a program at startup and log on in Windows 7. Here's how. 1. Log on to the user account that you want to create this task to run for. 2. Open the Start menu. Then type taskschd.msc in the search box and press Enter. 3. If prompted by UAC, click on Yes. 4. In the left pane of Task Scheduler, click on the Task Scheduler Library folder, then click on New Folder in the far right pane. 5. Type in a name, X, program name, core temp, you want for the new task folder to make finding the task easier, then click on OK. 6. In the left pane of Task Scheduler, click on the new task folder, X, core temp, and click on Create Task in the far right pane. 7. Under the General tab, type in a name for the task, X, program name, core temp. 8. Under the General tab, if used in administrator user account, check the Run with HIGHTEST Privileges box. If used in a standard user account, leave the Run with HIGHTEST Privileges box unchecked. 9. Click on the Configure for drop-down box to open it, and select Windows Registered Sign 7, Windows Server Trademark Sign 2008 R2. Note: this is like compatibility mode. If the program does not support running in Windows 7 normally, then you can select the OS that does support running and instead have it run in compatibility mode as if it was running in that OS instead of Windows 7. 10. Do steps 11 and or 12 below for when you would like to have this task run. 11. To have the task run at startup, A. Click on the Triggers tab and New button. B. In the Begin the Task drop-down menu list, select at Startup. Next, make sure that Enabled is checked, and click on OK. C. Do step 12 as well. It is required for the at Startup to work. 12. To have the task run at Logon, A. Under the Triggers tab, click on the New button. B. In the Begin the Task drop-down menu list, select at Log On. Next, make sure that Enabled is checked, and click on OK. 13. Click on the Actions tab and New button. 14. In the Action drop-down menu list, select Start a Program, then click on the Browse button. 15. Navigate to and select the program's X file or shortcut to the X file, then click on Open. Note: remember that a standard user account cannot run a elevated program at startup or log on. See note at top of tutorial for more information. Tip: if you created an elevated program shortcut and wanted to run it at startup and or login, you would enter the full path of the elevated program shortcut here. 16. Click on OK. 17. Click on the Conditions tab, and uncheck the Stop if the computer switches to battery power box first. Then uncheck the Start the task only if the computer is on Act Power box. See screenshots below. Note: this step is mostly for laptops, so that you will be able to run the program when the laptop is running on battery power. 18. Click on the Settings tab, and check B if the task fails. Restart every box. 19. Click on OK. 20. You can now close Task Scheduler. Note: If you look in the middle pane under the author column for the task that you just created, you will be able to tell what user account the task is for. 21. Log off and log on this user account, or restart the computer to test your new task. Tip. To delete the task. If you decide you would like to delete the task later, then you can right-click on the task. Step 8. In the middle pane and click on Delete and Yes. Next, you can delete the task folder. Step 5. When empty the same way. That's it. Shun.